All right, guys, I'm back for a little bit here. I have laryngitis, so my voice sounds awful. You might hear my voice crack. You might hear it just give out altogether. I don't know what's going to happen, but there's a lot to go over, okay, guys? There's important things to talk about today because we have multiple days of upcoming severe weather. We're also just going to go over everything that we normally go over because I'm back. I can't wait to make this video. I was too excited. Like, I literally couldn't not make videos. It's crazy, guys. It made me feel physically worse to not make a video. So, here we are taking a look at the current radar imagery. I'm so excited to be back. I'm giddy, guys. We have some storminess up here in the northwest, also offshore of the southwest as well, so we're going to need to pay attention to that. We will zoom in as always. Here in the central United States as well, we do have quite a bit of activity, even some severe weather starting out here for Kansas and Missouri. We'll zoom into that as well and talk about that. We have some storminess up here in the northeast and in the southeast. Overall, it's pretty active. Okay, nothing too crazy right now. We do have a little bit of severe weather. It's probably the most major thing going on at this point. But other than that, it's mostly scattered and isolated activity. Now let's zoom into the northwest here, first things first. And as you can see, for Washington and Oregon here, we do have these rain showers, mostly rain showers. Things are really warming up around the United States. We're halfway through May. We're moving towards June. And really, we're going to see the snow become a thing of the past for a few months here. So that is the direction we're heading in. For the southwest here, we can see that there is quite a bit of activity down here, maybe heading towards the San Francisco Bay area in general, as it's heading almost directly northward. So that's something to watch for over the coming 12 hours or so. For the central United States, we do have the showery activity down here. Also, again, the severe thunderstorms. And down here, these look really bad. Look at all the pinks. These are high precipitation thunderstorms here. Look at that. All the pinks and purples showing up is indicating very, very heavy precipitation, probably hail as well. So that is definitely worth noting. We do have some showers down here for Arkansas and Texas that have kind of dissipated over time. Here for the Ohio Valley, we have some of these going on as well up here. And then for the southeast, there's these isolated and scattered thunderstorms, although over the past few hours, these have also kind of gone ahead and dissipated. So that's also worth noting. Let's go ahead and take a look down here at Florida, where there is some isolated and scattered showery and thunderstorm activity. Nothing crazy here. This is very typical for these regions. And then offshore of the East Coast, we have some thunderstorms as we had some rolling through yesterday evening. Now, for the northeast, we do have some heavier showers and thunderstorms still around. And these are looking like they're heading northward towards Canada. And later on today, these should be kind of coming to an end. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move on. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the modeled guidance. We're going to break that down. So we're going to dive into that. And then we're going to take a look at that severe weather that is upcoming as well. Now here we are taking a look at the simulated radar imagery. And as you can see, it's picking up all the storminess that we have around the nation. As we move things on, though, we see that by about 8 p.m. tonight, we are going to see some activity picking up here for the central United States. Also more storminess up here for the northwest and some isolated and scattered severe weather and thunderstorms in general happening here for the entire eastern United States. As we continue on overnight into tomorrow mid-morning, we see some activity going on in here. And this is going to be our next severe weather threat starting Monday, May 16th. I can't believe how time is just flying right now. We see a lot of severe weather upcoming in here. Actually for Monday. As you can see, by the afternoon, things are picking up, and by late afternoon, really things have gotten going for the entire eastern United States, basically. That should be moved out by about 2 a.m. there on Tuesday, May 17th, so we will see that slowly but surely come to an end there as they kind of linger along, and we're just going to see pretty pleasant weather for a little while there until about Monday, or Wednesday better yet, here on May 18th, where we have some more storminess entering in. Here I have to switch to the 0Z. We see that there is this storm just right here kind of coming through. We'll watch it again, but it kind of just moves in just like this from the upper Midwest down to the mid-Atlantic, and that does bring some storminess, some pretty persistent storminess actually. The next thing that happens is going to be by about Friday, May 20th. We see a jet stream that's going just about like this. So a lot of warm air can be expected here for the eastern half of the country coming up around Friday, May 20th there. We do see that there is quite a bit of cold air making its way into the northwest, and this is allowing for all the warm air to get forced eastward. We also have a pretty major storm system going on up there for the north central United States, probably bringing some severe weather up into here. And then for the day after, as we're approaching Friday, Saturday, this is about Friday afternoon, evening time frame. We do see some of that severe weather activity potentially in here, so that is worth noting. Let's move this towards Saturday afternoon. Jet stream is looking about like this. So very, very warm for the east coast here of the United States. Lots of that warm air making its way in. Lots of storminess down here for these warmer areas. Obviously, warm weather brings isolated and scattered thunderstorms at times. And we just see a lot of storminess here for the eastern half of the country as we're approaching Monday, May 23rd. We see that lingering around for Tuesday, 24th. And then that's the end of the model run. So that is what we see. We see a lot of activity in the eastern half of the country. Colder air eventually making its way out west, and a lot of warmer air making its way into the east. So let's actually move on and talk about the temperature anomalies so we can see that on the temperature map. All right, so here we are taking a look at the temperature anomalies. As it stands right now, we do have some warmer air around for most of the United States. As we approach this afternoon, we can see almost all of the country is going to be above normal as far as temperatures are concerned. But starting Monday, we do get a little bit of colder temperatures up here in the north central United States with warmth horseshoeing around there, as you can see. And by the time we reach about Tuesday, a lot of that enters into the northeastern portion of the country and the northwest, where we really have warmth in between here, as you can see. As we approach Wednesday, we see that a lot of this warmth is still around. Some cold air here for the northeast, though. Let's move to the 0Z again. As we approach Thursday, this is when things start to warm up for the east. Look at that. Clearly, the warm air is surging into the northeast, and the cold air is surging into the northwest there. This is especially evident by Friday, looking hot. Okay, hot for the east. We see lots of those dark reds indicating very far above normal temperatures, and lots of below normal temperatures making their way in here to the western United States there. Saturday could be even hotter here for the east coast there, as we can see, but lots of cold air right behind it here. See by Sunday, still for the eastern seaboard warmth, but cold almost everywhere else. Monday, we get kind of neutral temperatures in here. Really some warmth, some cold, but it's going to be near normal. Still cold here for this region, though. Some cold air making its way into the central United States. I don't know how, but that warmth is just hanging on for the eastern seaboard here for quite a while. And then eventually things get cold by about the 25th. So we see that cold return by about this point. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at the severe weather in just a moment on the Storm Prediction Center. All right, now here's the day one categorical outlook. This is for Sunday, May 15th, and this is why I had to make a video today, because we're starting to get some enhanced risks again. My voice is actually a lot better, so just imagine what it is now, and then imagine it much worse to the point where I had to basically whisper, and that's where I was. So that's why it was like impossible to make a video. It wasn't even like I could do it and sound bad. It was like I couldn't do it at all. So that's kind of the problem that we had. The two lighter green regions is going to be general thunderstorms, so we expect general thunderstorms in there. Heed all the watches, warnings, and advisories, though, if there is any, because anything is possible. Keep that in mind. The two darker green regions here is our two marginal risk areas, and that's where we expect isolated severe weather to take place. The two yellow regions there is our slight risk of severe weather, and that's where we expect scattered severe weather to take place. And then our orange region here for Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, and Arkansas is where we have an enhanced risk of severe weather, and that's where we expect a little bit more widespread activity to take place. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the damaging wind outlook. This is all based on 25 miles of a given location, so keep that in mind. But two green regions there is 5% chance of damaging wind. The two yellow regions is 15% chance of severe weather, or better yet, 15% chance of damaging wind. And then the red area is our 30% chance of damaging wind. Again, all based on 25 miles of a given location whenever we go over these percentages. And then that black hatched area there for Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, and Arkansas is where we expect especially damaging wind to be possible there within that region. So that's our significant hatched region. Now for hail, we have almost the same thing, 5% in the greens, 15% in the yellows. 30% chance there within the red. And then we also have that significant hatch region, again, for the same exact area. And that is where we expect 2-inch diameter or larger hail to be possible. So very large hail possible within that region. Now, for the day 1 tornado outlook, we have 2 areas of 2% chance risk there of tornadoes taking place. So keep that in mind as well. For day 2 here, we see that this is the day where the northeast kind of gets that activity. But again, isolated severe weather for most of the east coast there is going to be possible. So keep that in mind. But we have 2 general thunderstorm risk areas there in the lighter greens where we expect general thunderstorms, but anything is possible. Keep that in mind. The darker green area is where we have isolated severe weather expected. And then the yellow area is scattered severe weather. And then the orange there is going to be our widespread severe weather area. Now, for damaging wind, we have a 5% chance on the green, 15% chance there within the yellow, and then a 30% chance there within the red. So keep that in mind as we move through the day. Tomorrow, on Monday, May 16th, that damaging wind seems to be a pretty big possibility there. For the hail outlook here, we have a 5% chance there within the green, and then a 15% chance there within the yellow of damaging wind taking place, or better yet, of hail taking place, my bad. 5% chance of hail in the green, 15% chance of hail here in the yellow. And then for the tornado outlook, we have a 2% chance of tornadoes there within the green, and then a 5% chance of tornadoes there within the brown. For the day 3 categorical outlook, we have 3 general thunderstorm risks there within the 3 lighter green regions where we again expect general thunderstorms to take place. The darker green region there is our isolated severe weather region, and then the yellow area there is going to be our scattered severe weather region. And then we have 2 extended outlooks here. That's for Tuesday, May 17th, by the way, but we have one here on day 5 for Thursday, May 19th here. Within that yellow region, we expect a 15% chance of severe weather taking place, which translates to a slight risk of severe weather at least on this date. So we will likely see that in a couple days when it's in the 3 days, when it's within the 3-day outlook there. And then day 6 as well, this expands and heads further south. For Friday, May 20th, we see a lot of this activity here, all the way from Dallas-Fort Worth area almost to Detroit, Michigan there. We have at least a slight risk of severe weather expected. So keep that in mind as well. So yeah, lots of activity coming up. I'm glad to be back, and hopefully my voice will just keep getting better every single day. So I'll be able to kind of start my daily upload streak over again. That was really sad to end that after like 3 years of uploading straight. I finally had something happen where I had to stop. So as unfortunate as it is, I'm going to kind of return to doing daily uploads. So that's the good news. For today's confidence tab, we are at a 4 out of 6. I really feel like there's not a lot right now happening in the short range compared to the long range. It's kind of all over the range within the next 10 days where I feel like my confidence is medium because a lot of what we talked about is closer to that 10, day 7 to 10 range. So that's why we're at a 4 out of 6. I am confident in the severe weather coming up over the next couple of days though. And if this video was just about that, I'd probably be at a 5 or even maybe a 6. For today's patron, highlighted today, I want to thank you all for supporting the channel, but especially our platinum patrons, Bill Crates, James Wade, Dovin Nagel, Laura LePan, Mandy Birchfield, Patrick Strickland, Dave Scott, and Donna Carnes as well. I would also like to thank our diamond patrons, Bill Roberts, Marcus Connolly, Noah Harley McCool, Leslie Catpite, Charles Stinnett, Bill Dallas Garys, and John Colisi also. I'd also like to thank our channel members, Catbite, Stephen Fan, and Jeremy Cox as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more weather-related content. I'll see you guys in the next video.